You know that feeling? Stuck in traffic, maybe. Watching a bus go by with hardly anyone on it. Or, yeah, another alert pops up, train delayed again.
Hmm.
It's just so frustrating, isn't it? That feeling that public transport could be amazing if it just worked better together.
Right. And the numbers actually back that up. Our sources show something like, what, 79% of drivers, they say they'd use public transport more if it was improved.
79%, that's huge. So, okay, let's really dig into that because there's this technology, digital twins, that might just be the answer. Or, well, a big part of it.
Exactly. And when we say digital twins, think of it like creating these super detailed virtual models of the whole transport network. Not just roads, but railways, ports, airports, even where people walk.
Okay.
So our mission today really is to explore how these digital twins, and we're looking at a Department for Transport report here, plus insights from Ryan Hood at Arup, how they can tackle those frustrations you mentioned,
Right.
how they can, revolutionize public transport here in the UK.
Yeah.
We'll focus on, say, joining up different types of travel, speeding up responses when things go wrong, and really making the most of all the data that's out there.
So it's not just like clever computer graphics then, it's about actual changes, things that make our daily trips better.
Absolutely. Tangible improvements.
And that first area you mentioned, seamless multimodal integration, sounds a bit jargony, but I guess it just means getting everything to connect properly.
Pretty much, yeah. It's taking all those different bits, the bus, the train, maybe a tram, cycling, walking, and making them work as one smooth system
Yeah.
using the digital twin to link them up.
So imagine getting off a train.
Yeah, and instantly knowing, okay, the next bus is here, or there's a bike free over there, and the system knows which is genuinely quickest for you right now.
Okay, that sounds good.
That's the goal. Seamless integration. We're talking fewer delays, less just standing around.
Yeah.
More reliable journeys overall.
Less of that mad dash across the station hoping the connection hasn't gone. Or the bus just poof, vanishes from the timetable. That would be, well, a game changer for a lot of us. And our sources have actual examples of this starting to happen, right?
They do, yeah. Look at Portsmouth City Council. They're using digital twin ideas for their ferries.
Ferries. Okay.
Yeah, tracking them, comparing it against the timetable, spotting anything unusual like delays. But the clever bit is linking that info.
Ah, so if the ferry's late.
They can automatically alert the connecting bus services. So passengers moving from the ferry to the bus have a smoother transfer. It's about seeing those knock-on effects beforehand.
That's smart. Different transport types actually coordinating. And Transport for London are doing big things too with their SEAT system, Surface Intelligent Transport System.
Yes, SET. That's effectively a digital twin of London's roads, buses, signals, the works.
Right.
And what's really interesting there is how it uses all that live data to actually prioritize buses. It could look at bus locations, traffic flow, and then tweak traffic light timings at junctions.
To give buses a green light.
Exactly. Give them a bit of priority. Helps keep them on schedule, obviously,
Yeah.
but it also cuts down on them idling in traffic, which is good for air quality too. A
Right.
real win-win.
And that links back to the bigger picture, doesn't it? Making green options like buses and trains work better makes them more attractive.
Precisely.
Yeah.
If the bus is reliable, maybe you leave the car at home more often. Helps hit those climate targets.
Yeah.
Digital twins could even help suggest the greenest route for your whole journey, factoring in traffic, maybe even hills if you're cycling. It's about using data to nudge us towards more sustainable choices.
Okay, so that's the day-to-day journey smoothed out, hopefully. But what about when things go properly wrong? Big disruption. Our sources say digital twins are crucial for incident response, too.
They really are. Because let's face it, things do go wrong. Bad weather, accidents, equipment failures. It happens.
Sure.
What a digital twin gives operators is this single real-time view of absolutely everything that's happening across the whole network, like a digital control room showing the complete picture.
So everyone sees the same thing, the train people, the bus people, emergency services, not just their own little bit.
Exactly that. You can have these central dashboards fed by the digital twin, pulling in data from everywhere, cameras, sensors, even passenger reports sometimes.
A single source of truth.
Right. So everyone involved, transport authorities, police, whoever, they can see the situation instantly, communicate better, and get help where it's needed much, much faster. It speeds the whole response up.
And it's not just reacting quicker, is it? I think I read something about predicting problems, too.
Yeah, that's a really important angle. Moving from just reacting to actually being proactive.
How does that work?
Well, by constantly analyzing historical data, traffic patterns, weather forecasts, previous incident reports, sensor readings from infrastructure, The digital twin can start to spot warning signs. Maybe sensors show a bit of track is under unusual stress. You can schedule maintenance before it fails.
Okay, preventative.
Or it could model how upcoming bad weather is likely to affect certain routes. So operators can maybe change schedules, warn passengers early, try and lessen the impact before it hits full force.
Like a transport-specific weather forecast almost, allowing you to prepare. And there's a real-world example in the West Midlands.
Yes, Transport for West Midlands. They've built this really impressive multimodal dashboard and incident management system.
Right.
It acts as that central hub during disruptions, pulls everything together, streamlines communication between all the different agencies. The result, they respond faster, it's safer for everyone caught up in it, and the network gets back to normal more quickly after a major event.
So whether it's a signal failure or a big motorway closure, digital twins help get things moving again faster, makes the whole system tougher, more resilient.
Exactly. More dependable for us, the users.
Okay. So the third big thing our sources mentioned was unlocking the power of data, which feels like it underpins everything else we've talked about.
It absolutely does. That ability to pull together huge amounts of data from everywhere and then analyze it intelligently, that's the engine driving digital twins.
Right.
Bringing together data from buses, trains, roads, maybe even energy grids or weather systems. It gives you this incredible insight into how things are actually working or not working.
Seeing the connections you couldn't see before.
Precisely. Spotting bottlenecks, understanding why people choose certain routes, making much smarter decisions about future investments or service changes. And it also lets you test things out virtually first. Try a new bus route in the digital twin before you actually run the buses.
Like a test lab.
Exactly. It fuels innovation. And this rich data environment is perfect for bringing in things like AI, artificial intelligence.
Okay, how does AI fit in?
Well, AI algorithms are brilliant at finding patterns in massive data sets. They can predict future travel demand more accurately, maybe optimize everyone's journey planning on the fly, constantly fine-tune signal timings based on live traffic.
So the system learns and adapts.
Continuously. Imagine AI predicting passenger loads on a specific train service and suggesting adding an extra carriage automatically, that sort of thing.
Wow. And Network Rail are already doing something like this with their eNReach program.
Yes, eNReach is a great example. They're using data analytics based on digital twin principles to monitor railway infrastructure remotely. Sensors on tracks, on overhead lines, on equipment. They feed data back constantly. The system analyzes it, looking for tiny signs of wear or potential faults, maybe a slight track misalignment, or an electrical issue developing.
So they can fix it before it breaks and causes delays.
Exactly. Proactive maintenance again. It cuts down disruption massively and improves reliability for train passengers. It saves money, too, in the long run.
And a key part of this data thing is sharing, isn't it? Getting different companies and systems to actually open up their data.
That is absolutely crucial. Digital twins only reach their full potential when data flows freely between different organizations, breaking down those traditional silos. Imagine if bus data, train data, real-time parking availability, maybe even electric vehicle charging point status, if it could all be integrated seamlessly in one digital twin.
The possibilities for optimizing the whole journey would be enormous.
Enormous. Better coordination, more innovative services, much better outcomes for the traveler. That's the promise of interoperability.
Okay, so we've got smoother everyday travel, faster responses to problems, smarter use of data. It sounds fantastic. But what's the bottom line? Is there a solid economic case for investing in all this?
Well, yes, according to the Department for Transport's own research, their analysis suggests that rolling out integrated transport digital twins across the UK could generate really significant economic benefits.
How significant?
They estimate potential benefits of around $1.85 billion over 10 years. That's at today's prices.
Wow, $1.85 billion, and that's based on...
It includes the value of better journey quality for people, less stress, more comfort, plus the value of increased reliability. Fewer delays means less lost working time, for instance, and also the environmental benefits from shifting more journeys to public transport.
That's a compelling number. It shows this isn't just a nice-to-have tech project. It's got real economic weight behind it.
Definitely. It really underlines that digital twins aren't just a gadget. They represent a kind of fundamental shift in how we should think about designing, running, and experiencing transport.
A whole new approach.
Yes. Bringing together that seamless integration, the rapid incident response, the power of data. It all points towards genuinely better transport for many more people.
And if people listening want to find out more, you mentioned the DFT report and the Digital Twin Hub.
That's right. The Digital Twin Hub, run by Connected Places Catapult, is a great resource. And the DFT report itself, which was showcased back in November, has a lot more detail. Plenty to explore for those interested.
Great. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive on digital twins and the future of UK transport, maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. Given all this potential making journeys smoother, faster, and more reliable, what do you think are the biggest roadblocks? What needs to happen to actually make widespread digital twins a reality across the UK's, let's face it, pretty complex transport system?
Yeah, what are the hurdles?
And maybe think personally, too. What would that truly seamless, responsive transport system actually look like, feel like in your own daily life? What would it change for you?
Well, it's something to think about.